The Yuletide is a time for giving, especially to the less privileged. Humanitarian aid in Nigeria's northeast region continues to target the internally displaced persons from the Boko Haram conflict. But this time, the beneficiaries of such a gesture in Yobe State are about 550 IDPs facing additional challenges: physical disability.
Distribution of relief materials to thousands of internally displaced persons can be a daunting task for both the givers and the receivers. Sometimes it takes the survival of the fittest to get a share of the pie. With this in mind, a non-governmental organization, Christoph and Blinding Mission, CBM, is focusing on displaced persons living with disabilities as well as the elderly at the Kukureta IDP camp in Yobe State.
Those people who are having disabilities, we know that it's possible that anything that is shared, those who have disability might not be able to have access to them. Our primary aim is to focus on those with disability.
The group also seeks to provide healthcare support for the people.
We have screened them and then we've diagnosed them. And from my screening and diagnosis, I found out that a lot of them have mental health challenges. Since morning, I've been sitting with them, interacting with them and giving them various medications that will help them to recover from these symptoms. And I'm also teaching them behavioral techniques that they can use to deal with these mental health challenges that they have, and also how they can identify mental health challenges in their neighborhood so that they can refer them for them to also benefit.
The beneficiaries feel happy that for the first time, they are the focus.
This is the first time of coming to Kukureta with them, but they have already done to so many IDPs, and even the host community SEPMA, they have already given to us is a lot of materials that they have already provided to us. We thank them very much and we appreciate really.
Humanitarian aid by government and aid agencies is aimed at alleviating the conditions of these vulnerable people who were forced to leave their homes because of Boko Haram attacks. While they appreciate the kindness, many of them still long to return to their homes.
You're watching Africa 54. I'm Vincent McCory in Washington. For millennia, Somalilanders have risked their lives to harvest sap of the frankincense tree for international export. Frankincense is used in churches, perfumes and cosmetics, and it grows wild in the Kalmadon Mountains of Somaliland's Sanagar region. But the old trade is under threat with increased demand and trees that are dying off. Jason Pattinkin reports.
The ancient trade in frankincense thrives in the remote hills of Somaliland. Since biblical times, people in the Almadao Mountains, part of what was once called the Land of Punt, have tapped frankincense trees for their resin. Egyptian pharaohs traded for the gum, and the three Magi brought frankincense with gold and myrrh to the baby Jesus, according to Christians. Today, frankincense remains a popular Christmas-time gift, and is one of the largest sectors of the economy of Somaliland, a small breakaway republic in the Horn of Africa.
We have been dealing with this for over 100 years. My father inherited it from his father, and I inherited it from my father.
During tapping seasons, men live in caves in the mountains to be close to the forests. Tapping the trees can be dangerous because they often grow on cliffs. The men have no protective gear such as ropes or harnesses. They risk deadly falls if branches snap or trees break off the cliff face.
Yes, we are always afraid. Every year, when they are harvesting, either someone is seriously hurt or dies. We have no other option, so we have to do it.
Once collected, women prepare the gum for exports to the Middle East and beyond. Somaliland Minister of Environment, Shukri Ismail, says people cut the trees too much and tap the trees all year round, causing them to die.
Tapping quite a lot will kill the tree. It will kill the trees. And that's what they are doing at the moment in order to earn. They used to tap it twice a year or once a year, but it became frequent now. Yes, and that kills the trees and kills the forests in general.
For the frankincense trade to continue for millennia to come, more will have to be done to preserve the trees. Jason Patinkin for VOA News in Ergavo, Somaliland.
It's time now for a short break. Before we go, a reminder to visit our website, channelstv.com, for all the latest information around the clock. You can also find us on youtube.com/channelsweb. Still to come, we'll ring in the new year and hear how people are resolving to make 2017 even better than last year.